this video on how to book the cheapest plane ticket. I bet you would already be doing this. Then doing this. Now maybe you are only fantasizing about your next trip, or you have already chosen a destination and you have looked up the prices of the tickets. And they turn out to be really expensive. Now this video can save you a lot of money. It's not guaranteed, but it's really worth the try. The first thing you have to do is you have to open your browser and go to skyscanner.com. Skyscanner is one of the largest search engines for plane tickets from airlines all over the world. As you can see, I already filled in a few fields, and to start off with, I filled in Amsterdam as our departure location. I filled in Cairns in Australia as our arrival destination. We are going for a one-way trip, one adult, economy class in the whole month of October. You can easily fill in any data of your choice, any data that belongs to the trip you are planning. So for this example, we will take Amsterdam as our departure location and Cairns in Australia as our arrival destination. Let's hit search flight and let's look up the results. So as you can see, in the first week of October, there are a few high prices and there are a few lower prices. On Friday and on Tuesday you will have the lowest possible price. So as we would like to leave in the first week of October, we are going to look up these prices. They are now saying 673 euros for each person, but we will have a look at what the actual prices will be. It's almost ready. And as you can see, the best option Skyscanner is giving you cost 909 euros. It will take you 27 hours and 5 minutes to get to your destination. You will have 2 stops in between, 1 stop in the United Kingdom and 1 stop in Hong Kong. There are some other options, but as you can see, the prices are even higher, and all the cheaper prices or cheaper tickets will have a longer travel time. So that's not something we really like. So your best option will still be the 909 euros for a 27-hour and a 5-minute flight. So the next step is to find out more about the cheap connections that Cairns, our arrival destination, has with other airports. So in order to do that, we will open a new tab of Skyscanner, and you will still find Amsterdam as our departure location and Cairns as our arrival destination. Now you have to move Cairns to your departure location, and you can easily do that by clicking the 2 arrows. As you can see, Cairns now moved to our departure location, and we just have to change Amsterdam into everywhere. You can do that by clicking on Amsterdam and hit everywhere. Now we're still looking for a one-way ticket on the 1st of October, and let's see if there are cheap connections and hit the search flights button. Now a list with all the cheap connections that Cairns has with other airports will pop up. And for now we can see that Australia, New Zealand, Indonesia and China are having the cheapest connections. So for now we will focusing on Indonesia. We'll open the tab and we'll see that the cheapest option is an airport on Bali in Indonesia. So we have to open a new Skyscanner tab. And as you can see, Cairns is still our departure location. You have to change that up to the original departure location, and that is Amsterdam. So since we know that Karen's has a cheap connection with Bali in Indonesia, we want to fly from Amsterdam to Bali, Indonesia. We would like to do that in the beginning of October, so let's start with the 1st. We're still looking for one-way tickets. Hit the search button. And in the meantime of the searching, we also open another tab of Skyscanner. And since this flight is from Amsterdam to Bali, we have to fly from Bali to Karen's as well. So in this tab, Bali will be your departure location and Karen's will be your arrival destination. We're also looking for a one-way ticket, and very important, take 1 day later than the previous tab because you will be arriving 1 day later than the flight is scheduled. So search flights. In the first tab you can see that the best option Skyscanner is giving you will be 603 euros and you will do a 19-hour and 50-minute flight. Now the prices are all in that range. Some are a little bit less expensive but have 2 stops in between. And since you are making an extra stop in Bali, you don't want to have 2 stops in between. So let's have a look at October the 2nd. Don't forget to go to October the 3rd on the 2nd tab because that flight is arriving a day later. You can see that the prices are dropping and we only took a 1 day forward. So this one will be 18 hours 45 minutes and has only 1 stop in between. It will arrive at 7 p.m. so we have to look for connecting flights in the next tab. So since we don't like to be at the airport for hours, there is no flight really connecting. So we have to look at our next date and that will be October the 3rd. We have to change this to October the 4th. And now our best option is a 532 euro flight from Emirates. It will take you 18 hours and 30 minutes and cost 532 euros. And I think that's a really fair price. You will be arriving at 10:20 p.m. So let's have a look at the connections. This Jetstar flight will depart at 1:10 a.m. and it looks like a pretty nice time because it will give you the time to change planes in Bali. It will fly in 4 hours and 30 minutes to your end destination, Cairns in Australia, and it will cost you 244 euros. It's a non-stop flight, so no extra stops in between. We already have 1 stop in this flight that will be in Dubai. And we will of course have the time to change planes and the 1 stop in Bali, Indonesia. Compared, the 244 euros and the 532 euros will be 776 euros. So let's go back to the first tab. Oh, I have to refresh it. Now, let's have a look if it's still the same price. Well, it's looking it up. Let's go to the best option. It's still the same price, 909 euros. So you saved yourself a lot of money. And let's have a look at what we just did. We first went to Skyscanner and we looked for tickets in the first week of October 2019. As an example, we took Amsterdam in the Netherlands as our departure location and we took Cairns in Australia as our arrival destination. The best offer Skyscanner was giving us was 909 euros and in US dollars that would be 1014. The travel time would be 27 hours and 5 minutes. After that we started looking for even cheaper tickets with the ABC method and we started by Cairns and we checked the cheap connections with other airports from there. It came out that Bali is a really good option, so we looked up tickets from Amsterdam to Bali. And the best options for that flight was an Emirates flight, 532 euros. In US dollars that is 593. You will have a stop in Dubai and the total travel time will be 18 hours and 30 minutes. After that you will get out of the plane in Bali and you will be there for another 2 hours and 50 minutes. Then you will fly from Bali to Cairns in Australia, your end destination, and it will cost you 244 euros, or in US dollars 272. You will do another 4 hours and 30 minutes. So for the ABC method the total cost would be 767 euros, or in US dollars 865. The total travel time would be 25 hours and 50 minutes. We totally saved 133 euros, or in US dollars 148. The total travel time we saved is 1 hour and 15 minutes. Well guys, thank you so much for watching this video and I hope it saved you a lot of money. If you have any thoughts on the video or you have any questions, please put them in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe our channel or visit our website globetotravel.com. See you in the next one.